Last beer.
How do you do it? You gotta like swallow air, right?
Hey, nice, you did it. Wow, she does not burp often. Wow, that was impressive. Hey, look at it. All right.
I've gotten all the beers wrong, but I burped on command.
Boom. What else? What more can you ask for? What's up, everybody? Just Brewing here. Welcome back for another episode of the Blind Taste Test series, except this time the roles are reversed.
Yep, I'll be putting my money where my mouth is today after a lot of shit that I talked, and Justin's picked out 4 beers for me today, I think.
Yeah, I've got 4 beers. I know you've had them.
You have a theme? Oh, I've had them. Okay.
The theme would, no, I guess I don't have a theme.
Okay,
I just saw, it took me, I wasn't there too long, so I just had to grab what I grabbed.
Long.
Well, I mean, I know what beers you've had, but
are hard.
and they really, really are. I'm glad you said that. As usual, the point system is going to be in the description below. But last time I kind of just kept it simple with buzzwords, so I'll probably do the same thing. But look in the description if you're looking for the specifics.
Do I know anything about beer? Like fine dining and beer.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all.
Well, I mean, luckily, it's always hard at first, but after the second, once you get into the looking for those.
Drunk, I just start guessing.
Yeah, exactly. She gets it. It's like, have you done this before? All right. So for the first beer, opposed to the times that she's done it, I'm actually going to start with the most difficult one first, because I think that after she gets into tasting it and looking for the right notes and looking for the right words, I think that's when she's going to get it. So I'm going to go with the hardest one first, so that she can kind of break into it and kind of get warmed up. The first one is Yeti, an Imperial Stout by Great Divide. If you're looking at this, we've done this before. I'm pretty sure we did this in the very first episode. The first time we had this was actually in an Imperial Stout video that we recorded. I was not terribly happy with the way it turned out, so I didn't upload it. So that was the first time that we had it. The second was for that first blind taste test, and here we are. Let's see if she can get it. Here we go.
Thank you.
So, some words that we're looking for are going to be like chocolatey, rich, malty, sweet.
I think I know what this is already.
Shit. Since she's done.
Okay, it's kind of weird to talk whenever the music is still going. This is for sure a stout. I can smell it on the nose. It's super sweet smelling. It has a little bit of bitterness up front, but it's not like it's like very full bodied, so I wouldn't think it was an Imperial.
I think what she might be missing is the burn from the alcohol, because that's usually.
I don't need to drink the whole thing like you do.
That's usually what tells you what the if it's an Imperial is that burn, the heat that the alcohol brings.
Oh, that's more bitter than I would like.
Wow.
That leads me to believe that there's not like any added sweetness to it. And it's probably just a stout. I'm gonna go with Great Divides just because I know that I've had that beer and he knows that I've had that beer. Wait, is that the one I'm thinking of? The one from Colorado? I hope so. It is pretty good. I remember liking their milk style a little bit more because I added that like sweetness to cut through the bitterness a little bit. Yeah, I'm going Great Divides. I guess that's an Imperial stout though. Oh God, should I switch or should I stay?
Let's see what she kind of falls into. Let's see what she decides on. I need to hear final answer.
I'm just gonna say stout because then I'm safe.
Works for me.
Final answer.
Wow, this woman right here, man. Second beer. She's better at this than I thought. That's scary. Beer number 2 is Thirsty Goat by Thirsty Planet. This is an amber. Some of the words we're looking for are going to be like malty. It does have a little bit of a floral and kind of a spiciness to it, but also some later tastes of darker fruits. So let's see if she'll be able to pick that up. This is a very popular beer here in Austin. Very, very popular, so I wouldn't be surprised if she gets some of the tastes, but she may not be able to nail that it's this beer in particular.
I judged you for saying crackers, but now that stout really got me.
I suggested we get some crackers or something to help clean up some of the flavors in between beers, and she said water is good. So here we are. It is an amber, so bready, spicy.
Okay.
She's had it before, so she should be able to get some of the tastes. Let's see if she's able to nail the name.
So definitely leaning more towards the lighter side, like not a porter or a stout, but maybe somewhere more like in the middle, like not a blonde.
The fruit flavor she's tasting might be from hops, not from like fruit, like extract.
There's a bite
like
to it.
She might be getting some of the spice behind some of the other hops, some of the grassiness and floralness of it.
It's getting more better as I'm drinking it. It's not like an IPA, but it does have that hot bite to it.
That's true.
This is tough.
Ambers are really hard because they're...
I know that he's probably ecstatic that he got me.
She's not wrong. Ambers are weird because they're kind of in the middle, kind of like she mentioned, where they're light, but they're kind of usually more medium-bodied. They sometimes have a little bit of a sweetness to it. This one is on the other end. It's actually just a little bit spicy. I think that's what she's getting.
I don't know on this one. I have to make a guess, huh?
I need a final answer.
I'm just gonna say a Belgian just because that's the closest thing. I don't think it's a blonde. It's not a Hefeweizen. It doesn't have that like banana-y smoothness to it. It's way more bitter. Yeah, maybe I'll come back to it. I'm gonna hit myself for that one.
Mm-hmm. She got a couple points there. She got some of the buzzwords right, but it's just a little bit further off on this style of beer. Super cool. That's completely fine.
So many bitter beers.
On to the next one. Beer number 3 is Blue Moon. This is a Belgian white ale, very, very popular. If you're watching this, you've probably seen or at least had this beer before. This was one of the very first beers that I liked. It's what got me into beer in the first place. A lot of beer is lights, right? Until you get into craft beer, it's really, all you see is lights. This was my first craft beer. So this is what got me into it. So this is a pretty important one. Let's see if she's able to get some of the...
Oh, my tummy's so full.
Let's see if she's able to get some of the citrusy. This is a Belgian, so it's going to be a little bit thicker on the mouthfeel. So let's see if she likes that. She knows, I do know that she likes Belgians, so that kind of gets into it. Buzzwords we're looking for are citrusy. This is going to be a little bit crisp and clean. And it's going to be a little dry, considering it's Belgian.
There's a big one coming on. There's really not much on the nose at all. Again, it does smell familiar, which is so frustrating.
Blue Moon is owned by Coors, so...
He's gonna hand me like a Dos Equis.
I was very close to. I'm not, but I was very close to.
Oh, this is so good.
Blue Moon's from Coors, so a lot of the flavor is going to be muted just for mass production purposes. So the flavor...
Okay, this one I am getting some sort of like added flavor to it.
Okay.
What it is, I don't know yet.
She's looking for orange peel.
But there's definitely a... I don't want to say sweetness because that makes you think immediately like chocolate or something like that, but...
It's actually a little bitter.
It's much more muted. This one I am getting more like Hefeweizen-y vibes just because of like I said, the smoothness from the banana. That's maybe where I'm pulling the sweetness from as well.
It's just a little fuller body than some of the
It's definitely on the lighter end.
Might be.
But I can't quite rule out a blonde yet.
Close. Blondes and Belgian whites do share some characteristics, some being pale, a little bit drier. So she's heading in the right direction.
This is good. Whatever it is, I like it. I'm sure I probably wouldn't like reach for it, but it's good.
Yep. Beers like Blue Moon are a little too generic for us, so we usually try to go for something a little bit more fun, a little bit more flavorful. But Blue Moon's a classic.
I'm gonna go live of Hefeweizen just because I've tricked you with it a few times, and hopefully I've drank it enough now to where I know what it tastes like. Beer
number 4, just conveniently enough, is Fireman's 4. That was completely, I did not mean to do that. Anyway, this is again
The music is changing.
Beer number 4 is Fireman's 4. This is a blonde ale by Real Ale, out of Texas actually, I did not know that. But this is a very popular beer, super, super good. This is one of our go-tos if we're going out and, maybe... This is one of our go-tos if we're going out, maybe going to a friend's house and want to bring something quick that we can grab at the gas station. Super, super good, very popular and common. Let's see if she's able to get this. I think this might be the easiest one, being a blonde. She's had a lot of light beer, so let's see if she can crack this one. This one's gonna be pretty carbonated. Some of the buzzwords we're looking for, this one's pretty crisp and clean. It is a blonde, so there's gonna be some fruity notes, a little bit of lemon as well, but mostly kind of a grainy, grassy taste. Maybe a little bit of earthiness, if that makes any sense. This is something like...
I feel like he tricked me and he went like dark to light, whereas I usually do it light to dark.
She's super smart.
Those dark ones will just destroy your palate.
She's really smart.
It doesn't really smell like a ton on the nose. I'm not sure if it's just because I can't really get to the beer. I'm not sure how much head is on here, but...
It's a little bit. Again, this one is meant to be a little bit more carbonated than some of the others, so that might stick around.
It doesn't taste like anything.
There's going to be a little bit of flavors, more than something like the lights. It's kind of like a fully flavored...
It's very, very basic. I mean, it's so light. The flavor disappears like pretty much immediately.
That's the point. You're meant to be able to drink
It kind of leads me to believe it's on like the amber side, just because from learning from his mistakes, I mean, there's really not much on either the nose or the palate. Like I said, no added flavors or anything like that that's really cueing me in. Again,
pretty crisp, pretty clean.
I do like ambers. I know I've had some before. I'm gonna go Austin Amber on that one. Mostly because I can't drink any more beer.
She got pretty close on a few of these. She got the buzzwords, and that's kind of the point of all of this. It's really hard to say what beer and brewery it is unless you're that familiar with it.
Can't wait to take this blindfold off.
But it's just one of those things. Buzzwords is what we're looking for. She definitely got some points, and that's a good thing. She definitely did better than I thought. Let's go ahead and go for the reveal.
This one was super easy. I knew that one almost immediately.
I actually thought you would have a hard time getting through some of the. I don't know. I just expected this one to be one of the harder ones.
I should have said Imperial. Because I knew Great Divide.
Mm-hmm.
I knew Yeti was an Imperial Stout. I should have said Imperial Stout.
Mm-hmm. Thirsty Goat. You didn't like it? I mean, you did like it blindfolded?
It's bitter. I commend it for not being as flat as, what I thought the amber was.
Mm-hmm.
This tastes like literally nothing. But I commend it for having some more flavor. I think it being back to back to this made it a little bit more difficult. Just because this was bitter and this had bitterness, but this bitterness just amplified this one.
When you said this one was kind of like when you said porter on this one,
the malty.
Yeah, the bready maltiness, and I definitely a buzzword on it for sure.
Yeah.
But I did kind of go what I thought was hardest to easiest.
I don't think I would have ever gotten this one. I mean, just being a Belgian white.
Mm-hmm. Super simple. I mean,
that tastes so
it's crisp, it's clean.
Have you tasted it?
I did, yeah, I did.
It tastes like it very, very Hefeweizen feels.
You definitely got it right with the mouthfeel. This it is a little bit more fuller bodied than some of the other light beers that are out there, especially the other one on the table.
Yeah, I'm not I'm not sure I've ever had a Blue Moon, but I appreciate that. Like as I said, I like Belgians. But the reason I like Belgians is for the bitterness and then the being rounded out, with all those different flavors. But this one kind of brings a little bit more I don't want to say creamy, because that's kind of but it's a lot smoother.
Yeah, it's very, very smooth. It's almost sweet on the tail end, kind of like this is orange peel, but it's one of those.
It has orange peel in it.
Yeah. That's what some of the flavoring is.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it does have almost like a vanilla-esque.
Yeah,
that back end of it.
Wheat ale is really bringing that in,
And then of course Fireman 4.
I did not like that.
Really?
I wouldn't. Now having
critically drank it.
It tastes people are I don't like beer. This is what they think of whenever people are like, I don't like beer. And
I mentioned that earlier,
this is what beer tastes like.
Beer is just light, L-I-T-E. And this is like a fully flavored light beer.
It's blonde, so I mean that, you know. Did I drink all this?
I had some too, yeah.
Okay.
But you were, I wouldn't say slamming it.
I got the notes.
You got the buzzwords, yeah. I said that you got the buzzwords. You definitely came in and did well. Didn't nail the name. You did say this one. I'll give you full points on this one. Outside of the Imperial Stout, so I guess I'll give you a few points on it. But you did pretty well. You did much better than I thought.
Yeah.
I did not expect. I knew that you would get some of the buzzwords. I didn't expect you to just be like, oh, this is a stout, boom.
Yeah.
Great Divide, boom. I was like, whoa, hold on.
I was trying to actually make sooner guesses than you did because you sit there drinking the entire beer.
Hey, you got it. How am I supposed to know? How else am I supposed to know?
Out of this learning experience, I definitely appreciate Blue Moon more. It's always it's usually thrown in with the you know. The
it's by Coors. It's made by Coors. Yeah,
wow.
It is out of Colorado, but it's made out of Coors. Exactly.
Crazy.
It's by Coors.
Hey, well, was it fun talking shit about me while I was?
Hey, I didn't do any of that.
Oh.
You can ask the fans. You can ask the viewers.
Than I.
I know. If there's anyone that knows, it's me. I do the editing. Of course, I know. So that'll do it for this one.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you guys liked a non-beer enthusiast trying to guess what she thinks that these beers were. You know, obviously I've learned a lot from just being around him, watching him. But if you want to see this again, let me know, and I'll get tortured with 4 more beers in my belly.
This is a really good time. I see why you enjoy it so much. I get it.
It's good having the power.
What'd you do last time? So that's it from us. Thanks for viewing. Just Brewing.
Oh my god, I'm gonna pee my pants.
You don't have.